Welcome to the Neuroinflammation Research Lab here at OSU-CHS. Neuroinflammation is a process where the brain is responding to some sort of damage or infection. And normally when you think of the brain, you're thinking of the neurons. I like to think of those as the ones doing the thinking. There are actually other cells in the brain, the astrocytes and the microglia. And those cells are the ones that we think are so important because they play a role in protecting the brain when things go wrong. And one of the ways in which they do that is this neuroinflammatory response, where the cells will release certain molecules that have a purpose, and that purpose is to right the wrong or repair the damage. If that process gets out of whack, it can become damaging. And that is thought to be the case in a range of neurological disorders. Brain disorders constitute a huge burden in terms of human suffering and economic costs in the United States. And in fact, Oklahoma is in the top 10 in terms of adults suffering from depression. Because when you think of things such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, autism, depression, infection, all of these involve neuroinflammation. Right now, the lab is primarily focused on depression, for the reasons that I stated before in terms of its impact on Oklahoma in particular. There's reason to think that if we can come up with a medication that can get into the brain, knock down the inflammation, we may be on to something in terms of treating depression. Well, really cool thing is, several years ago, we found that this drug called beta-phenyltretexamine, or beta-FNA, has anti-inflammatory activity. We wanted to determine how does beta-FNA produce these anti-inflammatory actions and test whether or not beta-FNA has anti-inflammatory and antidepressive effects. Our goal, of course, is to determine whether or not beta-FNA or some modified version of this compound may find its place in the clinic to treat not only depression but other neurological disorders that involve neuroinflammation.